Me ask you a quick question. If you start a business with $5,000, did your business receive money or owe someone? Most students get this wrong in exams, but today I will teach you a smart thinking method that makes this question impossible to fail. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are learning journal entry for capital introduced, but not the boring way. We will use a thinking method, not memorizing, real exam questions, easy steps plus memory tricks. By the end, you will answer these questions confidently in exams. So let's get started. Now you need to know the key ideas. Here is the big secret most teachers don't tell you. Always think from the business point of view. Let's imagine you, the owner, put $5,000 into your business. Now ask yourself, who receives the money? The business receives the money. Also ask yourself, who gave the money? The owner gives the money. So the business now has cash and also owes the owner. That O is called capital. Now let's look at an exam question. Let's take the exam question. Started business with cash $5,000. We have two steps. So step one is first of all to identify the account involved. We have in our example account involved as cash and capital account, cash account and capital account. So step two is classifying the accounts. We need to know the accounts that we are classifying them into. So the cash account we know is an asset, which is the real account, and capital account we know is the owner's equity, which is also the personal account. I have videos on journal entries explaining what real account means and what personal account means and other type of accounts that is involved. If you want to have a better understanding of how this works, check my playlist on the various journal entries video to have a better understanding. Okay, thank you. Let's move on. So let's look at the logic approach. Instead of memorizing, think logically. Cash is coming into the business. So cash coming into the business, so cash increases. Capital is what the business owes the owner. So capital increases as well. So remember this. When there is increase in assets, you debit. When there is increase in capital, you credit. Okay, now let's look at the final journal entry for our example. So the journal entry is we have identified the account as cash and capital. We debit cash as 5,000 and we credit capital as 5,000. In journal entry, we always include the narration. In this example, the narration is being business started with cash. So let's look at a memory trick that you need to know. So here is a powerful exam trick that you need to know. The owner is the outside person. Always remember this, that the owner is the outside person. So treat capital like a person. The giver is equal credit. So the business receives, we debit. The owner is an outside person that gives, we credit. We credit and the business receives, so we debit. Okay, so let's look at another exam question. Exam question one. So exam question one says started business with cash $10,000. So what is the answer to this question? So the accounts involved, remember two steps accounts involved first, and identifying the account and also the accounts involved. So identifying the accounts, we know the accounts identifying is cash and capital. So we debit cash and we credit capital. And we know that cash is an asset, capital is owner's equity. And the narration for this example is being business started with cash. Let's look at example 2. Example 2 says capital owner introduced capital via bank $8,000. So what are the two accounts involved? The two accounts involved are bank accounts and capital accounts. So bank account and capital account. This journal entry or this journal presentation is also another way of presenting your journal entry or presenting your journal entry. So we have the date column, we have the particulars, we have the debit column, and we also have the credit column. So in this example, we have stated that the date as an example is January 5th, 2026. The particular column is the debit bank account and also credit capital account. The debit column has the 8,000 for the bank and the credit column has 8,000 for capital. Then we include our narration here based on our example as being capital introduced via bank. So let's look at example 3. Example 3 says started business with furniture $2,000. So what are the two accounts involved in this example? The two accounts involved is furniture and capital. So furniture is an asset and capital is owner's equity. So we use the same template or the same format of journal entry. We have the date column, particulars column, debit column, credit column. Here we, as an example, we have indicated the date as January 10, 2026. We know the two accounts involved as furniture and capital. So under the particulars, we say the furniture, debit furniture 2,000 and we credit capital 2,000. Always remember to include the narration. Being business started with furniture. Being business started with furniture. So exam tips that you need to note. Capital can come as cash, bank, or asset. Okay, capital can come as cash, bank, or asset. So now let's look at the common mistakes that can be avoided. So avoid these mistakes. 1. Writing capital as debit. This is an error. Capital is always credit. Capital is always credit. So another error is confusing capital with income. Capital is not income. Another error is forgetting to include to capital accounts. So for instance, we have the debits, the two as transaction as for instance bank debit, then the credit will be to capital, then credit. So always remember to do that. So remember that capital is not income, it's owner's investment. So let's take a quick test. Try this. Owner started business with cash of $3,000. At this point, pause the video think of the answer before you continue. Okay, so the answer is cash and capital. We debit cash $3,000 and we credit capital $3,000. Always remember to include the narration. This sounds easy now, right? Yeah, it sounds easy right now. So let's look at the final tip. The final tip that you need to note is always think from the business view and practice daily. Make sure you keep it simple. Thank you very much for watching. So if this video helped you understand capital entries, hit the like button, subscribe for more simple accounting lesson, and also share. Also comment capital equal credit if you got it right. If you got it, comment capital equal credit. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.